Good morning. I still got my makeup on from last night. See, my stars are not fully off. Let me just wash this off real quick before I talk because it's going to annoy the hell out of me. Good morning. I don't know if anybody's on yet. It doesn't show me anything. Yeah, okay, my stars are off. Good morning, guys. I wanted to discuss something real quick that I noticed and maybe need to remind people who are in this path or, discovering themselves or whatever the case. I noticed a lot of us tend to deal with or attract negative people. And not necessarily people who choose to be negative. People who actually are negative. I mean, like where their life is crappy and they're depressed and they're broken. We tend to attract a lot of broken people. And I want a lot of the spiritualists to realize the reason for that is because we're actually made to help people. We're actually we were put here to heal people, help people, serve people, things like that. We're servers of the source. So our job is to heal people. So we're always going to attract people who need healing. Sometimes we feel like sometimes that it's not fair, that sometimes we just want to meet people who already have their stuff together. But that's not what our job is. Our job is not to have our job already done. Our job is for us to get our job done ourselves. And our job is to help people. I've noticed that since I've been into creating this path for myself, I have had so many people attracted to me like fly trap. And a lot of them have life issues. Either they're really dirt poor, they just don't love themselves, they don't take care of themselves, they can't find love, they're sick, things like that. And I'm going to be honest, it makes our soul want to do so much more than what we can do as a human, because we got to keep that balance. Like, oh, we can't give everything we have for these people because then we have nothing for ourselves. And we really don't know if at the end they're going to appreciate it or not. But what I've come to think is that even if they appreciate it or not, you're still doing your job. You're still putting that love vibration out there that needs to be out there, because these people who are negative or feel like their life is crappy, they lack love and they lack what real love feels like. They usually get judged or don't have family that take care of them or, make them feel like there's something. You know what I mean? And that's our job as a spiritualist, is to unleash their potential of what they have. We're supposed to remind them that they can change and shift their life if they want to and things like that. This is why we're always attracting people that we feel drain us. Yes?
Can I take the comment off Phoenix?
No. She's going to wait till my video's done and then I'll decide to take it off. She's still not learning her lesson and eating from the garbage. I don't like that. So she keeps the muzzle on for 10 minutes. Back to what I was saying. Okay? So, I know that sometimes it can be taken like we are stirred up with bad luck, or we just attract the wrong people. But we're not seeing how that's kind of a blessing in disguise that we attract the wrong people. And I don't mean attract in a love relationship. I mean in general. Most of the people that I'm closest to or care about the most struggle in poverty. Or they have depression, or where they don't care about showering, they don't care about none of that. They just survive or live, and it breaks my heart because these are the people with the greatest personalities. They're very shy, they're very introvert, don't know how to talk to people, don't know how to talk to girls. So a lot of them are single and gaming and all of this stuff. And these are the people I feel we're supposed to help realize that they're worth something. Okay? They really are worth something. Working at Pizza Hut the way I do, I've observed a lot of things, and it bothers the hell out of me what I've noticed. We have people working their ass off in that place and still not being able to afford a mortgage or rent, so they're living on family property. They're living on family property or, mooching off family because they're not making enough. Mind you, they work 40 to freaking 60 hours a week. You know what I mean? And I'm like, how is this fair? The guy that owns Pizza Hut has like 12 houses. You can't even make sure that your employees or your managers that run all these stores that you supposedly are getting money off of, you can't make sure they're okay. You know what I mean? Like, they give you the minimum. Corporation always gives you the minimum. The minimum insurance. The minimum this. The minimum that. So a lot of these people that I work with are older than me. Or, not even older than me. Maybe a few years younger than me. And they're struggling. And they work more hours than I do. And I'm like, I wish in a way I can do something about it. Guys, I'm doing a video and I don't want to hear you debating. My kids have a snow day and it's not even snowing. Welcome to the South. Just because it's windy and raining, they're like, oh my God, black ice. Everything's closed. It's ridiculous. Drama queens. They should be in Jersey for a winter. Let's see how they'll survive there. Anyway, I'm going to close this door real quick because they're distracting my thought. Don't think that you always meeting people that don't have their life together is a bad thing. Don't. You're seeing it one-sided. You're seeing it by one angle, okay? If you are gifted, if you are just in tune with yourself or fully accept yourself, people are going to be drawn to you because they need to feel that same feeling. It's kind of like, all right, it's kind of like when you're trying to catch a mouse. You'll put peanut butter, right? And it's attracted to the peanut butter. You have to see that when you're authentically accepting yourself and that you're fully on a frequency where you're just an observer learning from the world and the species and all of that, you're going to draw people to your energy because they're curious. They want to know what that mindset feels like because they're trapped in their own suffering. And it's your job to help them ease that suffering or help them realize they can change that suffering. Okay? Not everybody knows the laws of attraction. Not everybody knows what that is. You don't even hear about it in religion. You don't hear about it in politics. You don't hear that in media or anything. You hear about the brainwashing being done by, media, TV, and all that. But you don't hear about laws of attraction and how we create and manifest. They only learn that stuff from us when they hear it on their newsfeed because our friends are sharing our things and, stuff like that. And it intrigues them. But a lot of people don't know what LOA is. They don't know manifesting. They don't know laws of attraction or, that secret to the universe. That's why it's called a secret, because a lot of people know about it in power and didn't spread the news. They used it for their own benefit. So I feel like once everybody starts to know what manifesting is or the laws of attraction, it'll make them question everything else in their life and how they need to realize that their mindset or their decisions they're making is leading to this type of life. Some people need a wake-up call. Or, sometimes you even hear people's soul screaming for the help or the knowledge or, things like that. All I tell you is if you are the type to attract these type of people around you that are always broken, you can give, but do not give all of yourself. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Because then when you're on empty and they still need you, they're like, oh, see, you're just like everybody else. You abandoned me. And then they already have abandonment issues as it is. A lot of us have abandonment issues. So they feel like another friend just left their life. And then the next they're going more and more rock bottom. Everything has a chain reaction. And when you give all at once, you're not helping people realize that it takes work from their end as well to shift it and change it. If you give them all of yourself and you're on empty, when they do need that boost, you're on empty. You're like, I can't do this no more. But you got to realize that we're all broken. We're all needing healing. One way or another, we all need the healing. It's either, healing from abuse, healing from abandonment, healing from daddy issues, whatever it is. We all need healing. And I feel like when we attract these type of people, it is a blessing. It's the way the universe is saying, okay, this is the time to show me, do your purpose the right way. Do it. Do it. And it's going to serve your soul so much when you help people. It really is. Okay? I feel incredible about being myself and being able to be on here and discussing it and having people open their minds to what I say. Okay? I really do. Because a lot of the things I say, without realizing I'm saying it, because of course it goes from brain to mouth without thought process behind it. And sometimes my videos can be a little too much, and sometimes they can be, right what somebody needs to hear. But I feel like when I speak my mind, I have saved a lot of people just by being myself. I have saved a lot of people just expressing my mind and the way it works. Okay, I have. 6 or 7 people, I believe, I stopped from committing suicide just by talking to them. And that's a gift. Do you know how good that makes your soul feel to know that people who are broken, instead of breaking them down or kicking them while they're down, your purpose in world is to actually put gold into those scars in their soul from trauma? It's amazing. My dream is to freaking heal the soul. Yeah, we have medical offices for physical healing, and yeah, we have psychologists for mental healing, but who actually heals the soul? The soul that is wounded from all the trauma and journeys of life. Nobody. A life coach doesn't even heal your soul. They just help you heal your life. But I'm talking about traumas. I'm talking about abandonment. I'm talking about regrets. I'm talking about all of those low vibes that literally put dents and scratches on our soul. We have to see our soul like a car. And every trauma is a scratch on your car. Okay? And I feel like there is no profession, or there is really nothing out there to help people deal with their traumas. Traumas is not only a mind thing, it's a soul thing too. Okay? If you haven't realized, your traumas change you. They change you to become more quiet, more bitter, more uncomfortable in certain situations. They make you stronger too. A lot of people think their traumas ruin them. No, that's for a reason. It's strengthening you. So you know now what to be careful with, what to avoid, things like that. So in a way, they're a blessing in disguise, but a lot of people can't see that as a blessing because at that moment, they're still dealing with it and it's hurting them. Our job as spiritualists, as witches, as empaths, as seers, whatever you are, is to help our human species evolve to the next level and join the new world. The new world of accepting yourself and accepting others and respecting those that come from the same source you came from. Plant, animal, or human, whatever has a soul or energy needs to be respected. That's what the new world is bringing. Okay? And a lot of old folks don't know what the new world is. They're like, what? Wait, what? No, we can't accept some of this stuff. What is wrong with you? But you don't realize a lot of the sadistic things that are happening in the world and the people committing these sadistic things are broken. They either lost faith, they lost hope, or they don't even know what real love feels like. Unconditional love. Just being accepted for yourself. Things like that. So this world needs healing. And not Gaia herself, but the people who roam Earth need healing. And this is why we have hate and we have, people committing crimes on their own skin color, like black on black crime, white on white crime, racism, all of this stuff. It's just broken souls acting out like a child. Like a child who lacks attention. They get attention anyway, good or bad. We're basically broken children in old ass bodies trying to create our world. That's what we're doing. We're not getting, all the help we need because in all reality, when you talk to someone who masters the brain, like a psychologist, they only want to drug you. They don't want to help you create a new design or a healthy dynamic for your life that doesn't involve being drugged or altering your brain. You don't need to alter your brain. Your brain is naturally gifted the way it is. And when you put in things to manipulate or change it, You don't know how much damage you're actually doing to your brain. So we always feel like, as people who are having traumas or brokenness, we have nowhere to go for help. And this is where spiritualists are supposed to come in, and psychics and shamans and healers. We're the ones that heal what the outside professions don't heal. The deeper root. We are about the root. Other things, other medical, psychology, all of that, they're just worried about the tree itself. We go down to the root and the seed of the tree to see how we can actually help heal that tree. Okay? That's our job. And sometimes, I'm going to be honest, we even attract broken people in relationships because as empaths, we want to heal them. But we got to also realize that there's two types of categories in the world. There's the narcissist and the empathic type of person. And there's also the one that can be both. Okay? And what you have to do is, when you're in a relationship, you have to feel out and observe that person. Observe the way they talk, their body language, how they treat you during certain situations. Are they the type to be a ride or die during tough situations? Or are they the type to, be gone? Is it all about them? Things like that. Then you in your head know, okay, this is a narcissistic person. Or, okay, this is an empathic person. And then you know how to work around their characteristics. Okay? Really, you do. You really know how to learn. So, yeah. Just know that we attract bad people because we're supposed to. It's our job. Just like how doctors attract sick patients only. They don't attract healthy patients, do they? No. So we're going to attract friends and people that we see through with their soul, and we see their potential. But when you see their 3D life, it's all chaotic. And us, as the gifted, are supposed to be like their physical guardian angel. Give them advice. Give them pointers. Empower them sometimes. Be like, you're an awesome ass dude. I don't know why you doubt yourself the way you do. I think you're incredible. And I wish you would see what I see. And, things like that. Sometimes people need to hear that. Okay? Even people who feel like they're 100% confident has moments where they're doubting themselves. Okay? Really. Because we're only human. We are limited. But our emotions are not limited. Our emotions are a vibration, so they're unlimited. So some of us in these vessels can't even handle the vibrations of our own emotion. And that's why people act out. That's why people black out. Okay? And that's why people are heartless with certain decisions they make. Okay? That's not what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to be heartless at all. We, in a way, believe that heaven is the heart and hell is the head. So if we stop giving our heart to the broken, aren't we kind of inviting ourselves to live in our own hell? Because we're not amplifying the heaven in our heart to help provide that to other people so they can find their heaven or their version of heaven. We're supposed to bring heaven down to earth. Heaven's already down to earth. It's the heart. When you live by the heart, you live in your heavenly vibration. You're more at peace. You're more humble. You're more accepting. You're more open-minded. And a lot of us in this path are living our heaven without realizing it. We're living our heaven. We're living our heart. We're living our authentic soul. So why not spread that out to other people? Or why see it as a bad thing that you're attracting always the people that need your help? Just say the universe is giving you clients without you even realizing it. And I don't mean clients where they're paying you money. I mean clients where you're doing your job consistently. Always busy. Always. You're always helping somebody. You're always trying to convince someone that they're going to be missed and loved if they make that wrong decision just because of an emotional, state. Most people who are suicidal are stuck in an emotion. They're not thinking logically. They're stuck in their emotion. So it's your job as an awakened spiritualist or whatever you call yourself to help your species. There's no witches out there that are supposed to be harming the earth. Okay, if you know witches that are harming earth, harming the species, harming animals and all of that, that's not the new generation of witch. That's somebody who is living the old ways, but they don't realize the old ways don't work anymore. The old ways don't work with the new world that we're trying to build here. Okay? We can honor our ancestors and all of that, but the new world comes with new technology. It comes with new things that did not exist back then. Okay? If our ancestors had the things we have now, they probably would have changed the world a long time ago. Okay? So we're supposed to be, you don't have to become a light worker or any of those titles, but you have to be able to realize that not everything has to be you being hardcore all the time. That you don't always have to be intimidating. A lot of witches like to intimidate people. And it's in a way, they don't realize that energy-wise, it's them trying to get power. So they're having a narcissistic reaction right now. And they're becoming what is running this world. It's not about intimidation. It's not about putting fear in people. That's not what being a witch is about. A witch is about connecting, energy connecting, and helping other energies get to their full vibrational potential. That's what we're supposed to do. We connect to the alignments, we connect to Earth, we connect to the stars, we connect to the planets, and we help other people realize how they're connected to that stuff too. We don't hurt people. We're not supposed to hurt people. You know, I do believe in instant karma spells. If somebody hurts me, then instant karma. I let karma do its thing and I just amplify it. But I don't do hexes on people. I don't want people to be, miscarriages or losing their hair or any of that. I'm not that cold-hearted like that. Because I know what comes around goes around, and there's threefold and there's tenfold and all of this crap with karma that is still not fully understood yet, because you can't fully understand karma. You can't fully understand your universe because it's always changing and it always surprises you. Okay? So I don't do hexes on people. I do instant karmas and I let karma take over. Plus, since I'm so connected to Gaia, I get instant karma automatically. So when people hurt me, bad things happen. When people, I've noticed that every relationship I've been in, even though we left mutually and we're still friends, they're still suffering. And I feel bad, but that's not my fault. That's their karma. And sometimes we got to allow people's karma to happen in order for them to wake up. In order for them to wake up that they need to change certain things, or not even just change things, but realize certain things and maybe, alter their mindset and things like that. So I'm not the type to be hateful. I do have emotional issues. That's part of BPD. My emotions are intensified by 100. And when I get angry, I can become very demonic. I can become very sharp with my tongue to the point where you want to punch me in my mouth. I can admit that. But I also tuck that in a lot. I tuck it in a lot with people that I'm not aware of or comfortable with. Like, my family sees that part of me. Not people in the street that I know I'm supposed to be healing. You're not supposed to show strangers in a way, and I don't know, strangers to me vibrates weird, but you're not supposed to show other humans that as a person that is trying to help them, that you also need it too. Even though you are human and we all need it, they're not going to realize this. They see it as, regular humans see it as, well, are you going to ask somebody for car advice if they don't have a car? Are you going to ask somebody for love advice because they're single? Things like that. But they don't realize they can learn from those people too. They can learn from single people because they're seeing another side of things because they're not single. So you can learn from people like that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people just need to learn that we are supposed to do this job. We are. Ready or not, it's here. Ready or not, there's people always needing your help. You're like a firefighter, a cop, a lawyer, a doctor, and all of that all in one. On call all the damn time. Okay? People coming in and out of your life, you prepared or not. So you're on call all the time. Okay? You are. You're like a surgeon. On call all the time. And you have to accept that. Because you're chosen to do that. You're strong enough and have enough knowledge and maybe enough patience to be able to do this job. Not everybody can do a healing job, especially energy healing. Anything with energy healing, it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? It's not. Some people get physically sick off of it and start getting serious sicknesses like diabetes or cancer or, epilepsy or fibromyalgia or things like that. Some people go mentally crazy where they're legitly now in a psych ward because they can't mentally wrap their head around it. It's not meant for everybody. This is why you're different. This is why you're the black sheep. This is why you're the heathen. You get what I'm saying? because you were chose to be that for a reason. Your soul was strong enough to handle helping other people, even if you're going through shit. Seriously. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You are strong enough to deal with this. You are strong enough to help those people any way you can, even if it's just advice or just listening. Maybe inviting them over. What if they don't even have friends? Become a friend. You know what I mean? Not everybody that... The problem is everybody in this society thinks that if a female is too friendly with men, it's a sexual thing, or vice versa. And that has nothing to do with it. That really doesn't. Because we have healers that are men and women. And we attract people that the universe wants us to help without a gender role or without saying, well, it has a penis, so now you got to be careful. Like, no. This is why I say when people say, oh, men and women can't be friends, I feel like they have a lot of growing to do in experiencing life, because we're here to help each other. Male, female. I don't have to be a male to help another male. And I don't have to be a female to help another female. I feel like if you're a soul that needs help, my job is to help you. Okay? Like customer service in the spirit world. That's what we are. And sometimes we get unappreciated. Like a real customer service type of job. Sometimes we feel unappreciated. Sometimes we're drained. Sometimes we feel like it's not fair. When are we going to get our break, our vacation days, all of this? But think about it. It's the best job you can think of. And it doesn't pay you in physical money. It pays you in ascension. It pays you in your manifesting. It pays you in your blessings. It pays you in your growth. It pays you to appreciate yourself. That's more worth anything than money. Money comes and goes. You get your paycheck 30 minutes later, it's gone. You got to pay bills. You got to give money to government. You got to pay taxes, all this crap. But spiritual jobs, your payment is in your soul. It's leveling up. And trust me, we all want to level up. We really do. We all want to get to that level where our soul is glistening gold or silver, and we're walking the steps of the ascended masters and spreading unconditional love and dying for our belief system like they did. That's our job. Our job is to put an imprint into the world. And the way we do that is by helping the species that needs it most. The humans. The humans are the ones destroying everything. So the humans are the ones that need the healing the most. Seriously. So don't think that, you're not meant to give up on this job. You're chose for it, like I said. And you just sometimes have to take a moment to just woosah, collect yourself, recharge like the Energizer Bunny, and keep pounding that drum to heal other people. Okay? That it is what it is, like I said. You are going to think it's unfair now, but in your next life, or not even in your next life, just your soul in general, you're going to feel a difference. When I help a homeless man, I feel so good inside. When, I'm helping an old lady with her bags to her car, I feel so good inside. Those are the payments that you're receiving from the universe. It's like a kiss on the cheek. Thank you. You got what I was trying to tell you. And the universe does that. It does. It blesses you. It blesses you in different ways. Maybe your health all of a sudden gets better. Maybe you're finding money in parking lots. It gives you different ways to say thank you for doing what I chose you to do, and that is to help your species ascend and realize that they are worth more than people are telling them they're worth. We're born into this world believing we're not worth nothing. We're just one person in the whole world of many, many people. And one voice can't do this, and one voice can't make this, and, all this stuff. And your dreams are too big. This is what we're taught when we're born. The soul says this is not true. This is all manipulation. That's all it is. And we live by that. We live by what our soul tells us. And we have to help other people set themselves free because they're in chains. They're in energy slavery. You think that, back then slavery was bad? Imagine soul slavery. Tons of people lined up with chains on, doing the same thing just to fit in or whatever the case. It's sad. It's sad. Be yourself. Be yourself. And if your self vibrates negative, I feel like there is a way to change that. If you have impulses, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Pedophilia. A lot of people hate pedophiles. I wish pedophiles would be wiped out the earth and they would die and be tortured. But they're humans. They're still humans. Sick humans. They're very sick. Mentally sick. Physically sick. But you got to understand what creates a pedophile. The root. You have to get to the root of things. Without just seeing the overall damage, you got to look and dig inside to see the actual problem with people. A lot of pedophiles were victims of pedophilia as well. Don't know any better. Probably raped at toddler age, okay? And thought it was okay. A lot of people don't want to realize that a lot of the serial killers and all of that we have had such traumatic experiences in life that they don't know what positivity feels like. A lot of serial killers had moms who would beat the hell out of them, burn cigarettes on them. So now they hate women. So they become serial killer to women. Or, things like that. Mental illness is a problem. And we do have mental illness in the third dimensional plane. But in the fifth dimensional plane, there is no mental illness. In one way or another, it's a power or an ability that maybe we're just using wrong in this dimension and it becomes a sadistic thing. Maybe in all reality, spiritually, pedophiles are supposed to protect children and love children unconditionally. But in the third dimension, they don't know how to do that without having some kind of gain to it. This is what I'm talking about. We have to dig into the mind of these people who do what they do. And those people are the ones that need people like us to heal them and realize you guys don't need to do this shit. What is so gratifying about hurting a child? You were that child once. Did it feel good when you got hurt like that? Maybe they need that perspective, or maybe they need that realization, because sometimes people are so hurt in their trauma that they want other people to hurt so that people can understand them. But what if you made them understand? What if you understood them without them hurting you? By words. By putting scenarios in their mind or switching, reverse psychology, things like that. Some people need that stuff to realize things. Okay? You just saying, oh, you killing people is bad. It's not going to make a difference, because to them it's not bad. It's acting out. It's releasing something inside of them that they've had in there for so long. And now it feels good to release it on somebody else, the same way it was released out on them. So we're basically still children. We act out. We act out things. And those people, I'm going to be honest, they don't know what love feels like either. People who are doing life or things like that for sadistic crimes don't know what a good life feels like. They don't know what real love feels like. They don't know what acceptance feels like. So they do what they do, and they become what they become, and then they get judged by society, and they're basically, society sees them as a waste. But imagine you being in that person's skin for a second. What if society saw you as a waste of space? Wouldn't you be a miserable person too and not give a hell? Wouldn't you shut down and numb yourself from feelings or connecting to other people? You would. And that's what's going on here. A lot of people need healing and don't know where to go for the healing, because healing in the third dimension costs a lot of money. You go to the hospital for a freaking flu shot and you wind up being admitted, you're paying $2,000 for a bill. You go to a psychologist, it's $100 an hour. An hour. And trust me, in 1 hour, they're not going to heal you. So a lot of people feel like they don't have nowhere to go when it comes to healing. And this is where we come in. This is our job. Okay? You got to take it with the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the ascension, the rock bottom. That's what comes with work. That's what comes with your purpose. It doesn't matter if your purpose is to help people or if your purpose is to wake up people. It's still something with people. So you still have to evolve yourself with people, regardless. Because people are the ones that are the most damaged. So all I'm trying to say here is, to my spiritualists, to those that are healing people with energy, magic, whatever, keep doing your job and realize that it is overwhelming, but you're not the only person doing it. There's a lot of us trying to do our purpose here, okay? And I feel like we need to come together to actually make a full indent into the world. We got to stop competing with each other. We got to stop putting ego in the way of it, because sometimes poverty consciousness can create that, where now we're struggling with bills, so now we're trying to have people give us all their money so we're good. And that's where the ego is and all of that, and that destroys the whole purpose of what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not saying you have to do services free. I don't, because it takes out a lot of energy and all of that. But I'm going to tell you right now, when people need you and they have nothing, that's when you show your true character, your true purpose, and that's when your soul is fully exposed. It really is. That's when your Jesus Christ consciousness is activated. Because I don't think Jesus only healed people who gave him coins. Okay? And Christ consciousness is the fifth dimension. And I'm not saying there's no other stronger energies out there to become. You can become beyond Jesus Christ's actions and what he represented. But nobody's gotten there yet. So I feel like if we come together and we do what we're supposed to do, and we remember that we're supposed to realize that the people that we don't like in this third dimension have their traumas and have their way of acting out and things like that, then we can understand the species more. Okay? You have to be able to feel all types of people, not just the good people. You know, people say you should get rid of people toxic in your life. And I do believe that. I do believe if they're family, if they're a relationship, that's something else. But when it's people that you know just need help or need a friend or need a hug, what is wrong with giving them that? What is wrong with giving them that? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's all about balance. You have to give yourself out there and helping people, but you also have to have that warrior mentality and that guard up. You have to be prepared, not naive. Because even though there are a lot of people out there acting out and stuff, you do have demons in human form. You do have darker spectrums in human form that do not like humans in general and want to just see us away. And you got to remember that too. You can tell the difference between a broken person and someone who's just evil and sadistic and doesn't care what you say or care how the world can be better. They don't want better at all. Usually people who are not sadistic, they don't tell you, you know, I want friends, or I want a better world, or I want people to respect people, or things like that. That tells you they're not sadistic. They just need healing. They need love. They need to realize things that they're not seeing. You have to help people see the unseen. And that doesn't mean spirits. That means in life. Vibration, emotion, logical thinking, decision making, how it manifests, how you make your own results, things like that. That's what you're supposed to help people see. Okay? So don't give up. Continue to be the warriors and the spiritualists that you are. And continue to help people. Even if people talk crap about you doing it, you know why you're doing it. Because your universe blessed you to do it. You're blessed to do this. Okay? These third dimensional jobs, yeah, we honor them and all of that. But that's all they are, is third dimensional. We're fifth dimensional workers trying to fix a third dimensional plane. And it's hard. It ain't easy. You got to see it as spiritual military. Okay? So keep going. Keep being amazing. Don't let nobody put you down on what you do or what your purpose is. If you are sure of yourself and you know what exactly it is you're supposed to be doing, can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody stop you. Not even your loved ones. They cannot stop you in your purpose. So continue to show people that there is love out there and that you actually can help, and just show them what unconditional love is, because a lot of people don't know what the definition means. A lot of people think it's rare, like a black diamond or something. You know what I mean? So show them that it's not that rare. It could be right in front of their face. Give people faith. Put that light back in their eyes. Because when people lose that light in their eyes, that's when they become hateful. Hateful, greedy, all about power and ego and all of that. When they lose that light. So try to be that electric socket that turns that light bulb back on in their soul. Okay? I love you guys. Stay awesome. Stay warm. I'm going to do another video later. I'm probably going to do a card spread for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 5. And do some saging and maybe some meditation or something. We need to get our souls back up there. The vibes right now is kind of like this. So I want us to stay grounded. So today I'm going to find a way to make us grounded without going outside because it's freezing rain out there. So I love you guys. Stay awesome. Stay authentic. And stay woke. Always. Okay? And remember, live your purpose. Don't let nobody stop you from your purpose. Because your purpose is actually the shine in your diamond, aka your soul. So allow that to shine. All right? I love you guys.